Heyo everyone, this is HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another walkthrough episode of for the game Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Well, it's my third day of the investigation in Rise of the Ashes. So I'm inside the Chief Damon Gant's office, just exploring. I haven't explored the room yet, but I'm trying to find clues that will help me in the last day of the trial. Look at that giant window. Make you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing out through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. These shelves are mostly empty. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in a memory of the crime? This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving this award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along the Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th. When the detective screws up, the Chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in his ears. So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally. Well, aren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier, oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence used in a case. A list of evidence. Most cases the list runs twice as long as this. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. That list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The Chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Evidence list. Type documents retrieved from the Chief's office and added to the court record. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The Chief doesn't care for imitation. First the pipe organ and now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this courtroom? Gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in his armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out! You guys don't know how scary that guy could be. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe! That word is rife with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want me to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Go back 1 digit, confirm number. Oh my god, I can't remember. Code confirmed access granted. Whoa! Bingo! What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777. The final ID card on the card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered that room that day. You mean 777777777? That ID number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that one. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? Is that all there was? That was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. But unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we could show the detective. List of evidence in the SL9 incident. Ripped in half, so only part remains. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I better not forget about this picture. If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information. So that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, detective. What do we want to share with information? What do you want to share your information? Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Got to stay positive. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? Oh, let's put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Does this ring any bells? You know that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at it. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie could do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I could piece this together again, it'll prove that Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Perfect fit. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar has been updated. What about that handprint? That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here, yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. Say, Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half of the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of the form, pal. The back? I wonder what this is. It looks like someone... Oh, it's nothing. About that handprint. Whoa! This area must have been covered in blood. This is from that incident. It must be when prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction is kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. Seems like I really thought the other possibility of a murder weapon was that spear, but this isn't really the case. Okay, there's a piece of cloth with a handprint, but how do I clean that? What does that have to do with this case? This knife belonged to the murderer Joe Dark, right? You bet. If it wasn't for that piece of evidence, he would have been found guilty. That broken tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. Ever since that case was solved, this knife has been in Detective Goodman's locker. How could it have possibly gone into Mr. Edgeworth's car? Not only that, but it was wrapped in lawn and scarf. What's even more mysterious is whether that's called a scarf or a muffler. Answer me that, pal. ID card record. That's the ID record, or ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 77777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is! So you want me to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe. Oh! I knew that. That one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check out for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it does look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. The middle finger seems to be more solid. Ah, there we go. Damon Gant. Weekend. I really thought the cloth would have been Damon Gant. Emma Sky. It's the only thing that... It just looks so much alike. Comparison complete. Match found. No! How could this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match. Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Strip of cloth. Type evidence retrieved from the chief's office. Strip of cloth folded and added to the court record. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. You mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir. Drop off your ID on your way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir! Now, get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too then. Wait, you with the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright! Look, pal, if I told you 1,000 times, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I do, it'd be like this. I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone can keep quiet about it all this time. Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oh, and the game automatically sent me back to the detention center, visitor's room. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really. I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who it is you're hiding behind those words? Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems to me Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth, once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her out. Get her to tell me the rest of the story. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're, unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly frightened of. What is this person's name? Damon Gant, age 65, male. District Chief of Police. Though he may not seem it, he's top dog in the police department. Well, Miss Guy, Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief or Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about the circumstances? Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective, assuming he was respectable then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Well, you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did, specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it though that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly investigated that evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar of piece and this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmise. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman, or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I could say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that the murder weapon, while I was inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, knife was stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave the knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he said he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr. Why did you need to hide that Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.